try and... I did a Dexter looks. I know she did that in her last podcast. Only she went that way. Sorry if I made you feel sick. Hello, welcome to episode 38 of that RowRow and Kades podcast. My name is Kelly, also known as RowRow and Kades, and you can find me on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome. If you're new here, you're welcome, massive welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. This is a knitting and designing podcast from the northeast of England, and I've never got that intro right ever in 38 episodes, but you catch the drift, I hope. Anyway, I hope you catch the drift. So the last few episodes, I've got a creaky door. 1 minute. Not the last few episodes I've got a creaky door, just this particular episode I have a creaky door. The last few episodes I haven't been knitting a lot because I've had a dodgy shoulder. My shoulder is starting to ease up a bit. It's not perfect, but it's getting there, and so my knitting mojo and just wanting to knit is starting to come back, which is yay. That's what we need. So start with what I'm wearing, which if you're a regular viewer you will have seen before. It is my Stormseeker tee. This is my new design, and I'm wearing it because it's out on, not yet, it is out on Friday the 2nd of June 2023, just in case you're watching this in like 2027 or something. Yeah, it's out on Friday the 2nd of June 2023, and testing is almost complete. Not all testers are finished, not all testers will finish, but that's okay. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing it, because I'm, you know, promoting new tea. Have a new tea. So yes, it will be out soon. It is cropped or hip length, both versions are in the pattern, and it is from sizes 28 to 62. I want to say that. I'm not 100%, I can't remember. It's in 9 different sizes. It goes right up and right down. So yeah, I'll write it on the screen what sizes it is in my little section where I can write things. Anyway, yeah. It is quite, it's getting late in the afternoon. Well, it's not late in the afternoon, but it's getting on. It's like 11:30 a.m. which is getting on. So it's quite noisy in my street. So please excuse any dogs barking and banging about and things. People are doing work and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit noisy. I'm just gonna put some stuff on my lips. I'll be back in a minute. My lips are feeling a bit dry. I got this the other day. Don't know if you can see that. There we go. So I just got it off Amazon. It is a lovely shade of green, but it kind of just does your lips. It like perks up your natural colour, apparently. So it gives me like a pinky lip, even though it's bright green. I'm also drinking, they were just from Amazon, I got a pack of 3, just so you know. I gave one to my mother-in-law. Not sponsored or anything, I don't even know who does them. I'm drinking Twinings Glow today, which is strawberry and something else. I can't remember. It's nice though. I can't remember what it is. I was going to say mint, but it's not mint because that would overpower it, wouldn't it? Anyway, should we get on with some knitting stuff? I think we should. So I have been knitting. There's not like a massive ton, but I've been finishing things and getting things sorted. So the first one I'm going to show you is my new sock design, which is currently exclusive to YouTube because I haven't showed it anywhere else, and I've only ever showed it on YouTube. Yeah, I haven't got a name for it or anything yet. I haven't done anything with it, I've just knitted the sock. So it is this sock. Do you know what, I'm going to grab my blocker. I keep moving today, don't I? Not very prepared. I feel like I'm being a bit hyper today. I think it's because I feel like I'm pushed for time because it's late. I would normally record at like 10 in the morning, but now it's like 11:30 and I'm a bit like, oh, I need to get on, I need to get sorted. So I think that's why I'm being a bit like, whatever that is. Who knows? Right, so it's these. You can see better now. See that? So it's a 2x2 rib that's split with this kind of like a garter ridge, and then I figured out a thick 2x2 ribbed heel so we can continue the pattern. Yeah. Oh, that heel looks a little there, doesn't it? I would think it would go right up to there, but yeah, but that's my normal length heel. Yeah, and then just down to the toe, rounded toe. Lovely unisex sock, I think. They have no name. People were calling them my ribbon garter socks, but which I kind of like. But then I was thinking about, and it was ringing bells to me, and it's because Potter and Bloom had a ribbon gather hat, and I think that's what it was. That's what it was alerting me to. So I'm gonna go with something a bit different, but I'll have a think. But yeah, new socks. I'm gonna get this written up and get it out into testing. I've only done this much of the second, which I did last Friday, so I have a ways to go. But yeah, they will come in lots of different sizes. I'm knitting them in this absolutely divine piece. Focus. There we go. Oh, that looks nice in the light, doesn't it? So this is Nervus Fibre's Deepwood colourway. It's just delicious. I love it. I showed this to Terry, that's my partner, when I was knitting on it at the weekend and last weekend, and he was instantly like, oh, I like that colour. Oh, I like that pattern. Oh, that would look nice as this and as this and as this. And I was like, oh, he's got his design head on. Very nice. He gave me lots of ideas. So that's what you want, see? So yeah, new socks. So that's what I've done. I've finished this because I hadn't finished this. I don't think I was even at the heel because I struggled to get a thick enough 2x2 ribbed heel, and I didn't want to break the pattern up with like slip stitch or something. So yeah, I figured that out and I finished the sock, and then I cast on the next one. Yeah, so I've got those, and then I've also been working on a shawl. So on Instagram, a couple of days ago, I was asking on Instagram about, I've got a load of designs out there that are just sat in a bag that are like I'd half designed. And then I got really overwhelmed last year. I had too much. And so they all just sat in a bag. So I had, I'll pop the picture up that I put on Instagram, but I basically had partially done one skein shawl, some mittens and some socks. So the socks were named the Daedalus socks, and which is, Daedalus is the man who created the maze. And the mittens and the gloves were called Diffraction because it's the same as my Diffraction socks. And I think what stopped me from doing them and why I got so overwhelmed is because the socks are in DK and in 4-ply fingering, and they're toe up and they're cuffed down, and I was like, oh my god. And then the mittens are DK and 4-ply and fingerless or mittens, so I was just like, this just so much, and it kind of put me off. So I'm going to split them into 4 separate patterns, which will ease my brain a little bit, do it that way. And then I also had the one skein shawl, which I just kind of put down because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I did a vote on Instagram, that's where I was going with that. I did a vote on Instagram to see what people wanted me to work on first. And it was a very close tie, like 1 vote in it, between the shawl and the socks. So that's what I've been getting on with. So I've started on the shawl. I've been working on the shawl. And then I'm going to go to the socks as soon as I've sorted the shawl. Because the shawl won, but by 1 vote. So this is the shawl. So you'll have seen it before if you're a regular viewer, because I did show you it a while back, because it was just this garter stitched. I think that marker is where you last seen it. I'm not sure. But it's a garter stitch kite shawl. It's in this gorgeous sparkly yarn by Artistically by Amber. I think it's called Frostbite. I'm not 100%. I think it's called Frostbite, the colourway. I'll double check. So I've done the garter, and then I was putting this lace on the end, and that's what it was going to be. So it would look like this, but with a big lacy end. Big lacy end. But I'm not 100% on the lace just yet. Don't know how well you can see that. Oh, I'm rubbish. I'm just rubbish. Right, I'm trying to put my hand behind. I'm just not 100%, and I'm just not 100% on the design, like in general. I don't know whether it works as a kite shawl like this. I don't know. So, and I did say that on Instagram. I did say, like, the shawl is a bit like, will it work? Whereas the socks are done. I just need to find my notes, which could be very tricky. But yeah, I need to find my notes or just knit another one and write it up. But the shawl is in a bit more of a design process still, and I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% on the central section because I don't think that works. It's a bit messy here. Oh, thank you, needle. I can point myself here. It's a bit. I don't really like that. So I have a lifeline in, which you might be able to see. This green. You can see it better on that side. To pull it back. So I think that might be coming out. So I think what I might do is start the write up of the Daedalus sock, so I can get that in testing while I am faffing with this. But let me know what you think, because like I say, I'm not sure what I feel about it now. Just all garter and then a big chunk of lace on the end. I don't know. Because in my head I was thinking, I'm probably going on now, aren't I? In my head I was thinking you would wrap the garter around and then you would have all this lace down here. Showing off your skills. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't got much yarn left either. I might have calculated incorrectly, and that won't be very good. But that's that one. So I've been working on that. And then the other thing I've been working on is a test knit. I don't do test knits very often because I don't have time. I would like to test knit a lot more, but I never really have the time. But lovely Kat from Dexter Loves Annie had designed her very first ever sock pattern, like her ever pattern, very first pattern. And she was really proud. She's in my Discord and she was really proud and she was showing us. And she'd created this, she's created all the stitch pattern herself and everything. She hasn't just took it out of a book. And she's done these socks and I was like, oh. And then she's like been asking me little bits and bobs and I'd like had a little look through the pattern and helped her out with a couple of bits that needed to be altered and stuff. It's hard to write your first pattern. It's like, to try and... I did a Dexter Loves Annie, she did that in her last podcast. Only she went that way. Sorry if I made you feel sick. Oh, so yeah, it's hard to write your own pattern. It's also hard to have a stable tripod by the sounds of things. Yeah, so, ooh, yeah. So, okay, chill out. So, I have been helping Kat. Not like extensively, just like if she needs me, I've like went blah blah blah. And I said, do you know what? I'll test them. Because I was like, I've started knitting more and it's a sock. I can do that. I haven't done much. I only got to cast on last night. So this is all I can show you. But I don't think you'll even be able to see. No, you can't really see that, can you? It's only got a little cuff and then it's got this like twisted stitch cable coming in. I didn't print off, that's what I was looking for when I ruined my tripod, but I didn't print off the actual picture from the pattern. I never normally do print front pages because it's just inkage, isn't it? But I have it on here. I'm sure Kat won't mind me showing you. She's got like her like, when I test patterns, I just have like a photo. It's not the photo, it's just a photo of the sock so you know what you're doing. And that's what this is. No, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna put it on, I'll put it up here. This is Kat's. There we go. So that's Kat's version and that's what I'm testing it in. So I started last night, I've done naff. I'm using this, which is a one of a kind from Beehive yarns. This is the Canopy colourway, but it is a one of a kind. It's a beautiful deep green. It's a bit darker than it's showing on there. Got a bit of a funny lump. It was a really tangled skein, and when it was on the Swift, it kept getting stuck, and I ended up, it was so tangled up that I ended up having to pull off the bit of the ball that I'd made, the bit of the cake that I'd made, to unravel it around, and then when I tried to stick it back on, it wouldn't go on properly, so it's kind of got a little hat. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on them. I'm going to get them done. They're like little love hearts and they're called the String of Heart socks. And they look really cute. So yeah, well done, Kat. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to be working on them later today as well. And then finally, I'll have a little slurp. Finally, I have been working on my Ranunculus. I did do a little bit on my teasel sock because I was trying to get the needles, but not a lot to show you. I'm like here, look. I'm at frog stage. Yeah. It's just, I'm really enjoying these, but they're like, it's quite an extensive pattern. I don't think you can even see that really. Just looks like a load of lace, but it is quite extensive. But I'm on the foot anyway, so I'll probably have that to show you next time. And then I need to get on with the second one. yes, I started my Ranunculus. Now it's a bit difficult to show you because it's bunched on a little needle. But it's so pretty. Oh, what was that, Kelly? Okay. So, that is the Ranunculus patternage. And yeah, it's like, I did go for the Suri and finger and weight yarn together. You know, I was saying I just really like the finger and weight and I didn't want to ruin it with the Suri, but then like I like the Suri and but I did it. So these are both the Hosta colourway by Truly Hooked. I'm not sure if it's still a colourway she does. I got them in the bargain bucket in Yarndale, which is a yarn festival in the UK. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know when I'm going to wear it, because I'm thinking that it's just going to be too hot to wear in the summer because it's really soft. So I'm going to try and maybe do like sleeves to here maybe, but I don't think I've got enough because I've literally got this and one more, like one of each. Got two of each colour, and this is all I've got of the first ones, so I'm not sure I've got enough, and I need to look at it again because I have put it down for a while now because a week on Wednesday, today is Thursday the 25th of May, Thursday the 25th of May, so not yesterday but the Wednesday before was the last time I worked on it, and I was on knit night and I'm at the raglan bit, and I think I did the raglan wrong and I got really confused of where I was, so I put it down and knitted on a sock instead because I was too busy nattering. So that is what I've been working on, which is much more than I have been working on, isn't it? Yes. What else have I got to tell you? I got some new needles the other day, so this is kind of like acquisitions, but they're on socks, they're on these. This is why I bought them. So basically, these socks by Kat from Dexter Loves Annie are on 2.5mm needles, and I only have one set of 2.5mm needles, which is pretty sad. and they're used on the teasel socks, which was why I was trying to get the teasel sock finished, and then thought, oh, like I just want to start on the test knit. So I ordered a pair, and when I was looking, I was like looking at Knit Pro Novas and Knit Pro Zings, and because I have those and I like them, then I was looking at Addy Clicks and blah blah blah, and then these popped up, which I've never heard of. So they're Prim carbon technology. Carbon technology. So I thought, ergonomics. Do you know, it sounds very scientific, doesn't it? It's just a knit needle. But I thought, yeah, let's go. So I ordered them and they arrived. Hang on. My tea's gone cold and it's not good when it's cold. And they arrived, and this is them. So they have, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to let you see, but so they have a really, like, that's purple, they have a really nice dark purple cord, and then these, which is like, it feels lovely, and then they've got this kind of like little hooked tip, it says. No, so it's not straight, it's kind of got a little bobble end. And you know, when you're knitting with them, like I was saying in a different video, I think it was the Ask Me Anything questions, but I was saying about how I don't like wooden needles. Like I was getting into wooden needles, but I don't like how when you're knitting with them, they start getting really warm and then you can't move the stitches. I can't personally. I can't move my stitches down them because they get too warm and swell and ugh, and they start to get on my nerves. I am using symphonies on this, and obviously they're 3.75 I think, and I'm not having that problem with them, but the smaller symphonies, to be fair, that's a lie, I don't get that problem with symphonies. So I was really getting it really bad with the leaky driftwood, so I'll let symphony off, but symphony for me have a tendency, this is going to get tangled in a mite mess, but they have a tendency of coming unglued from their cable, so you can just slide this off, and I need to glue them back together all the time. So I didn't want to buy wooden anyway. I've had a bad experience. That's just me personally. Doesn't mean that like I'm against wooden needles or anything like that. I prefer metal needles, which is what I tend to use. I tend to use my chiagoos, whatever they are. Most people call them chiagoos, I think. My interchangeable chiagoos, I use them as often as possible, and then when I haven't got them, I go to something else. I like metal needles, so when these popped up, I was like, it's, do you know, it's kind of in between. It's kind of in between wooden and metal. It's like they're soft, they're a little bit bendy. I'm not going to do that too much because I don't want to snap them. They're a little bit bendy, they feel nice, and they make a really nice noise when you're knitting with them. They kind of like whisper, instead of like, you know when you get that noise with the metal ones, you don't get a noise with wooden ones at all, I don't think, really. But they like kind of make a little whispery noise, and I like that. So yeah, I am, so far so good. I'm really liking them. Prim, I've never heard of it. That is completely new to me. If you have, someone in the Discord, I think it was Shelley, hi Shelley, she'd said she'd used their crochet hooks and didn't like them, but she didn't know about the knitting needles. So far, I'm giving it a thumbs up. Please let me know below if you've had any experience with Prim or Prim Ergonomics, the carbon technology. Let me know if you've got any experience with them at all, and what you thought. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying them. I've literally knitted this amount, so you know, give it a chance. We'll see how things go by the end of the sock. I may be on different needles by then and they might have fallen apart, but who's to say? I've got a big massive mess of gear now that I've just threw on the chair. I'm going to have to untangle. And that is all, my friends. I have nothing else to show you. I haven't bought any yarn because I'm kind of on a little bit of a yarn ban because I'm going to Yarndale. Not till September, but you know. I don't really have much to tell you. No, can't think of nothing. My battery's running out. So yes, so Stormseeker, it's coming out a week on Friday. So a week today, this is going out Friday, so a week today. It will be available on Ravelry and Payhip, and it is in lots of sizes, and some people say it's their favourite thing they've knitted this year. So yeah, I will show you some tester photos. If I've got more testers finished by the time I've done this, I will pop their photos up and show you them. But yes, one more week and it will be out, and I'm very excited. But I think that's all I've got to tell you. I feel like I've thrown, I feel like I've, I can't say it, flown through this podcast. That was too many, because I felt like I started late, and it's took me 25 minutes, and by the time I've edited all the rubbish bits out, it's probably a 10-minute podcast. But yeah, right, I'm gonna see you in a fortnight, and I might be wearing a Ranunculus because I've really enjoyed knitting it, and it grows really fast, and that's exciting. So yes, you shut up. I've been so used to knitting just fingering weight 4-ply that's gone mega fast. Anyway, I'm gonna go because my battery's dead and it's gonna kick me off. So bye. I will see you in a fortnight. I'll see you next week with some random video, but I'll see you in a fortnight. Bye. Have a lovely rest of your day.